ours. The world is 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 ours.
Good afternoon, ladies, gentlemen,
Hola.
subscribers, fans. Tim, hola, como está, amigo? You
Hola.
made it.
I made
You
it.
made it, my friend. You made it. We know how warm it is. Let our subscribers and fans know how beautiful and how warm it truly is in the country of Colombia.
Yeah, well, it depends where you are, right? There's desert, there's mountain, there's where the Andes Mountains meets the rainforest, so and at the Amazon. So yeah, it's a
It all
crazy
depends.
environment. It's
Quite the beautiful environment.
I'm in the Andes Mountains. I'm in Medellin.
In Medellin. Okay, so
Yeah.
our top cities would be Medellin,
It's another one.
Bogota,
Cartagena,
right?
Barranquilla. Those are the biggest ones, yeah.
Those are the big dogs.
Yeah,
Basically,
the ones
right,
where
Tim?
most people go to.
And this is usually where you go.
When I'm here in Colombia, I was supposed to go to many different places last time, but I came to Medellin and fell in love with the city and just never left. And now I'm back.
I don't blame you, truly. I mean, I would personally fall in love with anywhere, and nothing against our city. Again, we're Windsor boys, Rose City boys, so nothing against our city.
Nope.
But anywhere that's warm at this point in time, I'm sure everybody can agree, that would definitely be a game changer. God bless the fact that you have the ability to do that, and you are doing that. You've done that. You're living life for a living, as we've discussed with in our previous meeting there in episode 3, right?
Yeah,
episode 3.
The lady spoke about living for a living more, but it was completely in line with the things I was saying.
I was gonna say there was a lot of
crossover,
very similar, a lot of the similar mindset. I think for both of you,
for sure,
Tim, as well as Amelia, you guys share a lot of the same perspectives and ways of doing things, views, thoughts, and definitely both very intellectual, both very wise people. That's for sure.
Thank you very much.
I mean, honestly, it's I give credit where earned, and I've done that all my life. And if somebody's earned it, I'm gonna give it. Whether, like we said before, people get envious, people get jealous. Why not give credit to somebody if they've done something good, or they're doing something good? Give them
and if you have
pat
a
on the shoulder. Why not?
Well, thank you. And if you have a question and wonder how the hell I pulled this off,
that was my next. I was going to lead to that.
Yeah, that's how I learned. I reached out to people. Some answered, some didn't. Right? Yeah.
Well, with the power of the internet, first of all, we're able to be connected here, and it feels like you're closer than ever. To be honest, which is truly amazing. Mind you, you're not sitting on that couch, but or in that barber's chair, right? But
no,
still feels.
Gonna need another one soon. But yeah.
Well, we made it now.
I got videos. Yeah,
I believe it. I believe
of you cutting my hair, so it's gonna be just like you did it. Hopefully,
most definitely. And there's a lot of talent over there, both with the tattoo and the tattoo industry, like we've said, Tim, and the amazing tattoo work that you've had done. And same with hairstyles and barbers.
Oh, there's a barbershop like every block, and many are open like at 1 a.m. Last time I cut my hair off, it was like a 10 o'clock decision.
Those guys don't stop.
No, they work hard here.
I noticed that. And the passion. Do you notice that there's more passion in Colombia in these certain particular to live life?
Just a passion for life. That's right. Like every day people are out walking with their families to the plaza after dinner. It's just a very different atmosphere. It's a place where
imagine.
I mean, people feel alone, but like I don't feel alone here. I've already been invited out to dinners with people I don't know.
Right.
Just by talking to them and being interested in their lives, right? I don't come and and try and export or import Canadian or American ideals here. I come,
a lot of people do.
Even if I don't agree with it, respect everything that they do, and I'm here to experience their world. Why do I want to bring it here?
Honestly,
so when people realize you have that mindset, See, yeah. Well, I taught myself about 10 years ago, and I haven't spoken in 2 years since I was here last time. Hacía 2 años.
2 años
But,
ago, 2 years ago.
sí, hacía 2 años.
Yeah,
Yes.
sí, amigo. It's the word would be yo entiendo, right? Still can entiendo would be understand.
Entiendo. Sí. Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah. I have to ask them to speak
Entiendo.
slower, like
Right.
sometimes a third of the normal speed, or to pause every two
Of course.
sentences, just so my brain can conjugate the
Comprehend,
verbs.
register.
They have 2 or 3 past tense, 2 or 3 future tenses. So you got to get that all. I have had, I would have, I would like, I
Of
would
course.
want, I do want, am doing, I do. Like the way it's ours. I mean, it's difficult, but
Well,
yeah,
they
as soon
say
as you
English is
get
one of
used to
the
it, you're
most
fine.
difficult. Of course, of course. Now, English being apparently the most difficult. I mean, I can't really say if it is or isn't, or because we were born here
You
and
didn't
we were
experience anything else.
no,
Yeah.
no. But I wonder, like coming from another country, say you were born in Colombia, coming from Colombia to Windsor, would it be that much harder than us learning Spanish? That's something I really wonder. A lot of people say it is
It-
harder to learn English.
Well, the last time I was here, and hopefully this time starting next week, I've done Saturdays with an organization called Help Colombia. If anyone ever
Okay.
wants to find a good place to donate, Help Colombia. And you
Help
go
Colombia.
into the inner city, and they give like little scholarships to different age groups of children, and they learn English. They get fed a good meal. Help Colombia does a lot of other things with orphanages and with other people. Just the part I'm involved with that I can help the most is teaching
course.
English. So
So
knowing
that's what
English,
you do.
teaching English. Yeah, a
That's
lot,
what-
because I don't believe in taking. I believe you got to give back as well. If you
Right,
truly want to
right.
experience and see what it's like.
Of course, of course. Well,
I'm not here
you
for a
give-
week, right? I'm here.
You're
I'm
here for a
sorry.
there for a long time.
Yeah, 90 days. If I was there for a week, I enjoy it. But I'm here for
Yeah.
90 days.
Three-
If you
three-
tell me I can't take one out of every 7 days to give back
at
to a
least- I
place I
think
say I love,
I think it's the least you can
Yeah.
do, to be honest. And you are.
yeah,
Why not? I mean, again, it's a non-selfish approach. There's giving and there's taking, right? You take, you give. So in this case,
That's right.
you took the ability to be there. So now let's give something to that society or that city or that community. Let's give something in return, and that's what you're doing, Tim. I think it's the least.
I try, I do a little.
honestly.
And when people know you're doing a little and you're not there to bring your ideals, they're so welcoming. And let me tell you, anyone who's
course.
ever volunteered, like I've never posted, I think once in 14 years, I've posted about my volunteer work. And that's just so someone would give. That was Escuela Adelante. If you ever want to
Okay.
give to another good cause, that's in Nicaragua. Escuela Adelante.
I'll list all those on the screen,
Okay.
actually, for
Thank
our
you.
viewers and our subscribers. So I'll have you forward that to me after, and we'll definitely post it up there. But
That would
as
be
you were
wonderful.
saying, of course.
And then
The name?
anyone who's ever
was
volunteered, the Nicaraguan
was-
one is Escuela Adelante. The one in
Escuela
Colombia,
Adelante.
yeah, basically school forward. That tattoo here, Adelante, just means like forward, constantly forward.
Of course.
So-
Push forward.
And that's my reminder. Like no matter what happens in life, move forward.
Of course. man.
Adelante.
Of course.
And then now the one in Colombia, I'm most familiar with. I've done a few other things with homeless and others. This is the one that I think I give the most benefit to when I'm there. But anyone who's ever volunteered realizes you actually get more out of it than you
Most
ever give.
definitely.
Like it's
Most
your heart
definitely.
leaves full when you see happy children and they
And
run
that's
up
what
to
it
you and
is.
hug you. And yeah,
Right.
like
Especially
I'm
in that-
helping them.
Of course.
And so
in that community, in that
when we
city.
come, well, the problem I see always is we come, Canadians, Americans,
They-
Europeans.
American, like I said before, they look at us as Americans, whether we're Canadian or not. The Americans. They don't really differentiate Canadian from American. We discussed that before you left. They
But
don't
with
really.
Trump now, it's a little different. They realize Canada isn't quite America anymore with Trump because we're not.
So it's a little bit
Yeah.
different now, for sure. Actually,
Yeah.
that makes sense. Last time was a little while ago when I was on vacation, and it was a long time before Trump's. That's how they were. But if you're saying that they actually differentiate us now, then finally, thank God. I mean, that's
As
and
long
it's
as
not
you
a bad
don't act-
thing, but you know,
No. But don't act like an American either and import
Well,
everything and want everything to be American and use the
that's
people
what it is.
here who are disadvantaged, right? So I go help the disadvantaged rather than trying to take from them and use them. So we come here, we import our own lifestyle, and
Right.
then we become the owners and make them work for us for the lowest wages, right? So instead, I would rather them learn science, math, English. So when we come
Well,
here, they are the owners of the businesses
of
and they
course.
make money off us,
Of course.
right? Rather than the other way around. That's what I see. And that's the best way you can help someone, is to help them understand the power dynamics and not to be the person on the bottom.
No doubt. And that's, I think, what they naturally being born over there, it was kind of something they couldn't control. So
No,
this
you
is
can't
what you're
control
doing.
that.
No. And that's what you're doing, is you're going in there and you're teaching them that, look, you're not on the bottom. You don't have to be, or don't think you are. Let's elevate. Let's help you grow. Let's educate as well. That's what you're doing. And you're mentoring.
Educate. Yeah.
Educating is
Yep.
number one. And that's what you're doing.
First thing. Yeah.
Most definitely. And essentially mentoring and leading them.
Well, you're
Right,
going
Tim?
to places where 100%, you're going to places where people felt left behind, not cared about, used.
Are
And
they,
you're showing
do they have
that there are
families?
people out there that care.
Of
Some
course,
do,
of course.
some don't. Like there's a lot of programs, some fail, some do well. Some people, kind of like our systems, are there to basically keep you in the same place, just make you a little more comfortable in the same place, not to lift you up.
Okay.
But the way I see a lot of work done in Canada, I don't volunteer as much in Canada, because when you do, it feels like it's keeping people there, just more comfortable there, and never really teaching them or lifting them up. So I try and
course,
get
of
involved with
course.
things where, out of a class
Overseas.
of 30, if 2 or 3 kids learn the lessons and become the owners, it's 2 or 3 more that aren't being taken advantage of and
It's
can
right.
see
It's
better life.
still a big impact. I think it's still a big impact. Whether it's 1, 2,
I think
3,
so.
or it's 10. It's you're still making a big impact.
I'm
And every
trying.
time,
I don't ever feel comfortable about it, because I don't run it. I don't create it. All I do is come volunteer and help for a few hours a week.
of course.
And so that's why I don't talk about it a lot. I think it's important, but
Very
it's
important.
1 out of
Very.
7 days. It's or an afternoon out of 7 days. Really, it's not the whole day.
So you got 90 days there. So really it's it'd be 4 times a month. So 12 times every time
12
you go.
times,
12 times
3 to
every time you visit.
3 to 8 hours. Like how much? Like so
which
what?
is
Right? That's
next
nothing.
to nothing.
It's under 100 hours.
No,
Less
that's
than
next
4
to nothing.
days. Yeah, less than
And
4
then-
days.
I think people recognize you too more. Like, yeah, you're a tourist, you're a traveler, but I think you start making that big of an impact on people there, and they start recognizing every time you come. They start remembering you,
They remember
recognizing
you.
you, giving you recognition, and you have that presence that I think comes with that impact that you're making and the lives that you're changing over there.
Thank you. I don't
I
know
would-
if I'm changing lives. I'm just trying to help.
Well,
Right,
you're
like
bettering.
I've never seen,
You're bettering.
the fruits of it, but I try. And people appreciate that. That's why people remember me, because I'm not just the gringo that comes and parties and
The
drinks.
gringo,
And,
right? The gringo. Now, what does gringo mean? Is my I've always I have an idea, but what does it actually mean? Like definitively, gringo.
well, it doesn't have to be white man, but it
Okay, so
is basically white man
Okay.
traveling and coming, and someone who's just there to have
So,
fun,
like-
take advantage, you're a user. That's the way I see it. When people say gringo, it's
Somebody that uses
sometimes, yeah,
people.
it's not a nice thing, right? You're
was
not
gonna
being
say
looked at as
I didn't think so. Yeah, I didn't think
less
so.
than. Yeah, it can be
Right.
said like anything, like bitch, right? It can be said in a positive
Right.
manner,
Puto,
but
right?
yeah,
Puto.
But,
Is that means bitch? I'm assuming the word puto.
yeah, it's pretty much the same. Yeah, that's the nice
Puto,
thing about
puta.
learning Italian, Spanish, Portuguese, or French.
I understand.
It's all so close. You can understand bits and
Yes.
pieces. Yeah,
Yes, and
so
I had a
it
good-
helps.
Of course, I had a best friend of mine that passed. God rest his soul. Omar de Jesus. He was Colombian. He was from Cartagena. So
Okay,
a lot of his like the vocabulary and the language and all that, he didn't fully teach me how to speak it fluently, but there's a lot of words that I understand and I can say. for the majority of the part, but
for sure. Yeah.
definitely easier to understand because I do speak the Italian language. So that Italian, Spanish, French, they're all very similar and they're
Yeah.
derivatives of Latin, right? So
Yes.
now you learned how?
Actually,
You were saying, how did you
Rosetta
just being there?
Stone,
Okay, Rosetta.
Duolingo,
Okay.
just being
Okay.
there when I'm here. And actually, usually before I come, I didn't this time because life was just really busy for me the last few months. Once or twice a week for like $25 American, you can have a Colombian teach you conversational Spanish,
No
right?
way.
So to help you with stuff. Oh yeah, you can go on Facebook, go on any like Colombian tourist page,
Is it
Canadians in
25
Medellin, any of them
per
for like
session?
$25 per session, yeah. And it's
Okay,
usually an
which is-
hour and a half.
That's cheap.
And you can do it
That is cheap.
online, or when you're here, you can do it in person. Yeah,
Right.
well, when you consider, but then
Very
you consider
cheap.
their wages.
Of course.
Because it's cheap for us, it's
Of
actually
course.
a lot of money for them. $25 an hour American.
Most definitely.
So that
Right.
helps them as well,
Most
but
definitely.
it's helping you, right? Because the better I can speak here, the better I'm accepted, the better I understand
Of
what's
course.
going on.
It helps them
And the more
immensely and it's
specific-
helping you learn the
100%.
language.
Because you can learn from Rosetta Stone or Duolingo, but you're not going to find things like chimba, bacano,
Right. The slang.
phrases and sayings in words. Exactly. So like you can get lost. Chimba. Medellin is chimba. Like people are like, I don't know what the fuck chimba is. So I don't know if I can
They don't
swear
get
on
it.
your
No, you're
thing.
good. You're good. You're fine. Yeah, you're good.
Yeah. But it's like cool and yeah, like so
That would
you know,
would be
you
the
learn-
derivative. Or
Yeah,
the slang
there's-
word for cool. Right?
and believe it or not, chimba, like cool.
Okay.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Cool
Chimba is
temperature, like
cool,
climate,
it's a
or
good thing.
being cool.
No, like
Wait,
being cool.
wait.
Like it's, yeah. My head isn't working because
Okay.
it's trying to speak in Spanish right now.
Right.
It's like I get confused. And then when I'm tired, French sneaks in. I've
Yeah, then the
talked-
French
like I don't remember. If you ask me to speak French, I can't speak French. But for some reason, when I get tired and I try to speak Spanish, all of a sudden I'm saying,
then French
Dude.
comes out.
yeah. And like people are like, what the hell are you saying? And I'll keep repeating
Who's this
it.
guy?
Yeah. And then I go get Google Translate and I'm like, oh, I'm speaking French. So I'm so sorry. Yeah.
Mi scusi.
Yeah.
Start saying in Italian. How do you say I'm sorry or my bad? Like mi scusi is in Italian. How would you say it in
Lo
Spanish?
siento.
Lo siento. Lo siento.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
And in French, how would you say I apologize
can't
or
remember.
my bad? That's a
I
good
couldn't
question.
remember.
That's a good question.
Mi malo is in
Je ne peux
Spanish.
pas.
if you
No,
want to say my
that's I
bad.
can't.
But it would probably
That's-
be said malo
That's a
mio,
great. Malo mio.
right? Just like you don't say my God here, you say Dios mío.
Right. And then French is mon
which is
Dieu.
a-
Right.
Yep.
Mon Dieu.
Yeah, yep.
Right.
yeah. That
There's a couple
remember,
things I
yeah.
remember. Well, French immersion
Yeah.
class back in the day, like we all in our city, we all had it, and it was a part of I think it was part of the Catholic curriculum. Correct me if I'm wrong,
Well,
but all
When I
Catholic
was young,
schools.
I was in Sacred Heart, which was a true French immersion, like almost in LaSalle.
Yeah, no doubt.
So I remember that, and then my family moved me to Chatham, Windsor, London, and there wasn't as much French immersion there. It was just more like French class once,
Yeah, there
an
was
hour
a
a
few.
day.
There was St. Anne,
Yeah.
which I went to for
Yep.
a very short period of time. I think that was too much. Like I like French. I enjoy French. I was good at French. I had actually very good marks in French, like high 90s. But just to be in the full French immersion all the time, French, I couldn't. I tried it. I couldn't do it. Like St. Anne's, great
Yeah.
school. Don't get me wrong, but like honestly, I was in the office every other day. I was like actually sick. Like I couldn't do it. It was too much. Then I was again back at Immaculate Conception. So again,
We all
Catholic.
learn differently, right?
Like I said, to have it as like the French class and the French program mixed in, cool. I was okay with that. But it would have been cool if we had Spanish. If we had Spanish or Italian, like my high school had Italian, but
Did it?
I don't think they had Spanish. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they had.
Yeah. I didn't have. There wasn't even an opportunity to learn Spanish until
They
like
should.
grade
They should.
10. So like in high school, which, yeah, I wish I did, because learning in your 40s and 50s a new language, because your brain doesn't work the same, right? The connections don't.
No,
It's a little more difficult, but
no. You're a sponge
just
when you're
like
younger.
anything else.
You're a sponge at a
Exactly.
younger age. It's easier to retain
Yeah.
and to gain knowledge, right? Especially languages.
But it doesn't
But
mean
yeah,
you can't.
of course. No, of
You
course.
get you
And
just
like,
got to take the time. Just
most
like in
definitely.
school, spend an
Most
hour a
definitely.
day and
As
keep
you
referring
did.
back and study the things you struggle with.
So Rosetta
Well, with the
Stone,
things
Rosetta Stone
Rosetta
and
Stone,
Duolingo.
Duolingo. Yeah, I mean, but there's Babbel as well. I have
I've heard of
never used
Babbel.
Babbel,
I've heard of
but
Babbel.
people love it. And
Yeah,
then
I've heard of Babbel.
I hire someone local for the things that I'm having trouble with, because a lot of times they can explain it to you, like why is it being said that way, like
Right.
because
In a
they're
different manner.
bilingual, right? So they can say, hey, like
They speak
I
fluent
understand.
English, so they can explain
Yeah,
it to you. Right?
anyone who's going to teach you Spanish is going to,
Knows
100%.
English.
Yeah.
So then that helps you
And
because
if
you can ask
anyone ever
questions.
wants to know, contact me and I can give you a list of a couple teachers that I had that were
Definitely.
great.
Definitely.
I'm not sure if
Honestly.
they're still doing it, but I'll check that first.
Yeah, double check.
Yeah,
Let me
and
know who's doing it. If they're
I-
not, let me know
Yeah,
who
and
is. And
I can hook. Speak Mario was one. I'm sure you can
okay.
find it on Facebook because he was just starting out. And when I was there, he got a little contract or opportunity from the city that he applied for. Like he was doing really well, and he had clients from
Speak
around the
Mario.
world.
Right.
And then brought us together for an afternoon. And so there was someone like from Australia there that he was teaching. You know, all the people that he was teaching that were actually in Medellin at the time, Medellin, which was about 7, 8 people. And it was amazing because
So
now
we had
I have
a little
even more
class.
experiences. Well, a little class, a little get together, and then you get to meet the other people, right? And you can get
Of
to talk
course.
about their language and how you understand things differently. It's just, I don't know.
Do you-
I feel full when I'm in another culture.
No doubt, for sure. And are these all
and things are being
tourists?
explained to me.
Are these all tourists that
Most-
are in these
yeah.
programs with Speaking Mario?
And
You said
in
with
this case, they were. Speak
professor?
Mario also teaches English. He's a young guy. He's like 22 years old.
okay.
Like I
So
give
he's
it to him.
young-
He's just a
young gun.
hustler. Yeah, hustler. And he learned English, so he teaches English to Spanish people as well. So he had his
Okay.
Spanish speakers who are learning English there. So in that way, you get to meet each other, and it's a more opportunity to make more Spanish friends.
Most definitely.
And-
He's networking too, in a way. He's
100
networking,
and-
right? Which
Yeah,
is what it
and
comes
it's
down to.
giving back to the people who really it was at his cost. So
Is he ever?
it was
Is he
him
ever?
giving back to the people who he was helping, and then we meet each other and we can help each other, right? Or become friends, or
That's
you
what
know, just
networking
someone
is.
to bounce ideas off of,
Yep.
or you know,
Yep.
what does that mean? Or
Of
yeah,
course. How did he
You
learn?
just-
How did he learn?
I think
the English language. Did he tell you in school?
he learned through extra schooling. Yeah, you know, paid
Okay.
schooling.
Right.
Because I
'Cause
don't
they
think
teach it.
they teach it.
No?
They teach it
In high
very.
school?
They teach it very little. It's kind of like me now. How I have trouble. like,
Limited.
I can with French.
Very limited.
So like I think it goes up through the elementary school, and then it's an elective once you get to higher school.
High school. And then college. Is there like an
Yeah.
actual English program that they can enroll in?
Oh,
or
for sure that you could take. Yeah, for sure, 100%. Yeah.
Has he came to Canada or North America? Has he ever been?
I don't think he ever has. I don't think he has at this point. I think he wants to at some point. Yeah. Well, you got to think things aren't as easy, right? Like everything here is 1/6 the cost, so they're making 1/6 or less. So to save up to come to Canada or to come
Most
anywhere
definitely.
like that, like
Most
it's such a huge thing for them.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
For sure. No, that's a very
But they're-
cool thing, honestly. And it's you know, it gives the ability to be to have the ability to speak the language, to be versatile and diverse, and to be able to speak the English
And
language
you're helping
for him
someone
is
else.
huge. It's huge.
And it helps him monetarily, and it helps
Right.
you.
Right, most definitely.
And he can also explain cultural things to you, right? So those
Right.
cultural things can be very important
For
because you
sure,
don't want to
for
step
sure.
on toes or say something wrong.
For sure. Right.
The
Most
only
definitely.
advice I give to people when you travel, and if you're going to travel for a long time, be
Right.
open, be accepting, don't talk politics or religion. Leave it.
That's the main
That's
thing
it.
is
Like here, they're very
politics and
religious,
religion.
kind of like.
Yeah.
And the Catholic Church here is much different than I would say
Of
in
course.
Canada.
Of
It's
course.
much more in the community, and I would trust it more. I was an
Right.
altar boy back in the day, and let me
Aren't-
say, I
weren't
just
we
don't
all?
trust the
Weren't
Catholic
we all?
Church.
Right.
Yep.
I hear you.
I don't want to get into that either.
I hear you. I
either
hear you
way,
on that one.
here, like I'm going to be here through Easter. I was here through Easter last time, and like everything shuts down for a week and a half, 2 weeks. It's not 4 days.
Yeah, they
Like they
actually
have
have a
parades down the street
proper
with
break.
them carrying a Jesus,
Right.
right? Like you're just like what? Like I could give you videos that maybe you can post later from just the last
Right.
time,
If you can,
and
if you can.
oh, I
Honestly.
still got them. Like
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
is the craziest.
Coolest thing.
Like almost makes me feel uncomfortable.
Right.
But
Right.
then I just join in. I go to the 2 hour masses with them and listen to it in Spanish,
Right.
right? And do my best to participate, where
Of
you
course.
can,
Of course.
and it actually makes you want almost like want to
Well,
believe
it
again.
entices you.
Do you know what I'm
too,
saying? Yeah,
Right. It
because
definitely entices you
it's a
too.
beautiful
Yeah.
100%, because it's a
Right.
beautiful experience when you're open to it. If you just look at it
Right.
and say, "What idiots," or "That's not for
That's
me,"
different. It's a little bit different approach.
well, yeah. If you
Right.
keep
It's the
looking
way
and
it's
saying that's
delivered.
not for me,
Yeah.
then why
Yeah.
are you
It's the way.
here?
Of course, it's the way it's delivered, and that's what changes everything. To be honest, I have just a buddy showing up. 1 second, Tim. I'm gonna let him in. One moment.
Yeah, no problem, brother. Hola.
Yeah, my other buddy's
In
here,
20
ready
minutos?
for. I was trying to shoot 2 today. I was trying to shoot 2 episodes today, so I got another buddy in queue here.
Oh, that's awesome.
Smoke for you.
You're finally
I got
getting ahead.
Another. Yeah, we're trying. Well, he's here for a haircut as well, so that's why I set up the the station and the podcast set all next to each other. It's like production line. You get a haircut, and from there you hop on sets.
No,
Trying to make
you
it
got to
easy,
get like
convenient. Just lock that door for me. Trying to make it
Yeah.
convenient for all of us.
perfect.
Right.
Yeah, and can get a little ahead as long as you're not
Well,
talking about
that's the thing,
current
Tim.
things. You're okay. Yeah.
No. Well, like we said, Tim, like, and you just finished saying, we've said it before. We're not doing religion, politics, all that stuff. We're not like, there's channels on YouTube that do, and that's great, but we're not one of those. It's not something that we really want to get into. Like, it's not about offend. Like, you don't want to offend somebody, one, and everybody has different views and perspectives. So I'm not gonna touch base on any of that. Like, we're gonna keep it real, keep it, sports, business, current events and whatnot. Again,
And no
not too
judgment.
political. Yeah, and zero judgment.
Without
Yeah, you got
judgment.
it, Tim.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I don't care where you are in the political scale. I don't care where you
No.
are religiously.
I don't
It
judge,
doesn't matter to me.
but a
What
lot of
matters
people
to me
do.
is what you do. Yep.
A lot of
But
people
what you
do
do and how
judge,
you live your life.
and yeah, a lot of people do, unfortunately. But like I said, we can't change everybody. You can only change your own community and your own family, your
Hey,
friend group.
people are only going to
right?
change when they want to. That's
Right.
why
Yeah,
any
for sure,
any good
for sure.
like life coach or coach,
Right.
you have to do like a little interview first or a little
Most
what do
definitely.
you want, like a little, because it has to match. It has to match,
Correct.
and you have to
Everything
be ready
has to
for it. And
go-
you have to want the change. If you don't want to change,
Well, that starts with you,
and
and we've said
Yeah.
that before.
100%.
If you don't want it, then we can't do anything about it. Like, we're not magicians, so if you don't want change, well, we can't really help.
Yep.
If you
You're
don't want change,
absolutely right.
it's something we like. We can believe in the impossible, do the impossible. You can as an individual, but we can't do it for everybody, right? Like,
No.
I would
No.
love to. I would love to have a superpower to be able to change people for the better, but we're not. Unfortunately, we don't have that ability to do that. So
No, and everyone has their own opinions, right? So some people
And
look at
that's what
my
it
life
is.
and think that's so amazing, and other people are like, "What the hell are you doing?"
well, some people call you
Right?
crazy, but what is define crazy? What does crazy
I've
mean?
been called lots of things. Yeah,
Right?
it's the
Because
crazy
you're living
people who
you're living
usually
your life.
enjoy.
To be able to be in Colombia right
I mean-
now, at 52 years old, right? It's a blessing to be able to do
Next week, I'm 52. I'm jumping off a mountain again on my
that.
birthday.
So you're not even 52 yet. You're
No,
You're getting ahead of
February
yourself.
4th.
You're getting ahead of
Yeah,
yourself.
well,
my
I'm
friend.
there though. I'm there. I don't feel 52, but I'm
Do you
not
feel
afraid
that you're
to
there?
be 52.
That you don't look like you're there, really, at all.
No.
Sorry, and you feel that you're 50. No, you don't, because it's all a mindset. We
it's-
said that in episode 3.
100%. Well,
right?
and the funny thing is here, if I were to call myself old in Canada, they're like, "Yeah, you're getting old." If I say that here, old
They
is
don't.
how you live, not your age.
Right, thank
so
you.
the fact that
It's
I
a
go
number.
take salsa lessons, and I've learned
La
how to,
salsa.
all my
You
life
saw-
I thought I couldn't dance, and now as of last time I realized,
thought-
hell, I can dance.
You thought wrong. Right.
No, well,
It's,
because I was
again-
always told I couldn't dance, or that's not right, or this isn't right, or something that was said
Of
to you when you
course.
were a kid that just stuck with you.
Right. It's not really popular here. I noticed. Like, we had a couple clubs, like the Emporium here in Walkerville, right? We had
Yeah,
the Emporium.
100%.
What else did we have?
You'll have a free one. They have free one in the summer. You have on Walker.
yeah.
Goes to
Yeah.
Riverside, there's a dance studio. I actually almost took classes this year, but because I had a bum leg for a little while, I couldn't sign up. Yeah, no, there's a couple places where you can
There's a
learn,
few.
but I mean,
But
it's
where
part
you're
of the
at now,
culture, right?
right, in Colombia, that's what they do. That's it's second nature. Everybody does it. And it's something that
Yeah,
makes them feel happy, right? They feel happy, they feel free. And it's a very romantic thing. I'll tell you that right now.
it
Like
is. Well, and
you
there's
show up
like,
to a place and you know how to dance, you're dancing with everybody's girl, wife,
why
girlfriend,
not? Yeah.
mothers. I'm telling you, it's a very
And I
like
think,
attractive thing, I think, for people that have that
and it shows
ability.
confidence. It shows
Very
confidence.
confident, very, very
Yeah.
confident. Definitely.
Next
That's for
week, I'm
sure.
going to start back with the classes.
So where do you take
And
these classes?
this time,
Is it right in the city where you're at in Medellin?
it's in the city. Everything is like a 15, 20-minute walk from me, except for the inner city, which is like up to an hour Uber ride. But okay, so this
Okay.
is a city the size of Toronto, let's say, right? People and size.
Right.
Traffic is crazy.
I was gonna say in Medellin, it's probably nuts. Like that's one of the bigger cities, so the
It
traffic's
can
probably
be, but
insane.
everything is into different neighborhoods.
Is
So
there
it's
rush
kind of
hour
like,
though? Is there
oh
rush
yeah,
hour?
oh yeah, percent.
Yeah.
And you know, if you get the highways in between the cities and expressways, it can be bumper to bumper, and you could be there for hours. But to go across the city, you can go across the city for like 10, 12 bucks Canadian in
Do
an
they
Uber.
have they have Uber over there? Or is
Yeah,
this
they have
called
Uber.
something else?
They have no, they have Uber, and they have another one. I can't remember the other one because I just used Uber because
It's
I had
probably
an Uber account.
some Colombian company that's
It's
similar.
a Spanish, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right.
Just like they have a Spanish Amazon.
Right. It's probably like a local
Yeah, you know, a
similar type
Spanish
of
skip the
business.
dishes.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say, do they have like skip the dishes, Uber, DoorDash, all
Oh
that?
yeah,
Do they have like
they got
food delivery
everything.
companies? Wow, so
This is a
they're
metropolitan city.
right. They're on top of that then for sure.
They call this the home of the third industrial revolution. So like they just
Of
recently
course.
had their industrial revolution. It's also called the city of eternal spring. Like every day is low of 16, high of 26
I was gonna say
in that
it's like
area.
the perfect temperature. No humidity either, like a dry heat over there as well.
It's a beautiful.
No,
it's
it's not
beautiful.
humid.
And it's no.
Not humid at all.
You can get it sometimes, but because you're
Rare,
you're in a valley, right?
of course. And
You're in a
that's why you
valley.
probably
And
have better air quality. Probably have better air quality
the
that
air
way too.
quality. You do have every so often
Because
smog
of it.
days
Right,
because wind
right.
blows in from all directions. But
Right.
usually you don't have it. And if you go up any of the mountains or
How's the air
hillsides,
quality?
I mean,
Like is the air
it's
quality
great.
like
Yeah.
it's not
No, it's
like
better
because
here.
you're higher, like the altitude, you notice the air quality is thinner because you're
My
like
first time I did,
you're in a
but
place
I
that's got high
also had
altitude.
Bogota. You might notice it more. It's even higher. There are people who go to Bogota and then have to like step it down 2,000 feet and slowly work
Okay.
their way up. Like if you're really out of shape, short of breath. I was a smoker when I first came. I just quit smoking 2
I was
years
gonna
ago.
say, how does that change is it a game changer
And
if you
yeah,
do smoke
the
or
first
not?
time I came here, every time I went for a walk, all my veins were like it looked like I had the best vascularity in the world.
Right.
Like my veins were just always, but that's because
Veins
my heart
popping.
was working so hard to pump blood, right?
Of course.
because the air is
Of
thin,
course.
but it's not so thin that you would necessarily notice it if you were
Like like
you don't
Denver,
and you don't have to be.
you go to Denver and the air quality
Yeah.
is like they say it's that much harder to play in Denver because the air quality is that like is it as
So,
bad over there
yeah, for sure, it's higher
as
than that.
Denver?
So yeah.
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 Okay.
For
So
some
then,
people, it might take some time to get used to, but if you were a non-smoker or not a heavy smoker, like
then you
you're
wouldn't notice
fine.
it. Yeah, you probably
No,
wouldn't notice
no,
it.
you wouldn't have maybe in
Right.
Bogota you could get altitude sickness. Here,
Why is
I don't-
Bogota is it a higher altitude than Medellin?
it's yep, yeah,
Yeah.
and it's very metropolitan. But I haven't been there, so I only know from what people have told me here and from what I've read. Because
You've
it's even
only-
higher.
Right. You've only been in Medellin.
That's
Correct.
it, and I don't leave. I keep saying I'm going to go
That's
to
your
different
spot.
places.
That's the hot
Yeah.
spot for Tim.
Yeah,
Medellin.
I love it here. I'm either going to live here one day or live in San
I
Juan
would-
del Sur, Nicaragua.
I would say like
Those
6
are the
months.
2 places.
6 months at a time if you can and you have the ability to. Why not? Like when it's cold
Well,
here,
when
you go there.
When
Like,
you
why
come
not?
here, you get 90 days automatically. You can apply for 90 more, and it costs like $140.
So what is
To
that,
apply
like a
for
temporary?
94.
Is it a temporary resident of Medellin, or what exactly is it that you're
No,
applying for?
no, you're a tourist. You're just applying to extend your tourism
Okay.
for the most
Okay.
part. That's all.
Right.
You don't need a
Right.
visa to come, but there's an entry fee of $100 for Canadians that no other country
Okay.
pays. So like, I don't know what we did to piss them off, and our banks
Wow.
don't work with their banks.
It's
So
probably
either
just
use
their
your credit
system.
cards. Yeah. American banks, no problem. Our
Canadian-
banks, you can take
Canadian
out
doesn't.
money, but you can take out like 600 pesos at a time, which is, depending on the currency, only between $2 and $250.
I was gonna say
And
600
then you have-
pesos is not much,
And then you have a fee from their bank, a fee from your bank. They take a
but
cut
you
of
still can
the-
you still can
right.
withdraw
So
from a
you
Canadian
can,
bank.
but yeah, but to take like say 250, it's going to cost you
Yeah, it's gonna cost
280,
you a lot in fees.
270. So you want to
So,
come
about 30
with
bucks in
Colombian
fees.
pesos? Yeah, and you
Right.
can only take out that 250 at a time. You can't take out more, right? So you're like, geez. So
So is
either
that
do
every-
that or
is
have
that every-
someone.
Every 24 hours.
No,
if
I
you
could
wanna-
go again and take another 600. Right? It's just the machines will do like 600 pesos at a time. You'll get
At a
some that
time.
maybe are 8.
With the fees
Yeah.
incorporated every time.
Yeah. And now, mind you, the Canadian
Okay.
fees are much more than the Colombian fees. Like I said,
Right.
Canada isn't a great place. So you come with money, or you have a credit card, or you have someone set it up so you can get Western Union. But there's actually apps now
What about
where you
PayPal?
can send your money.
Is
Yep,
PayPal
that's
a
another
better
one.
option, or
And then you can pick it up at like the grocery store, Exito, which is kind of like our Walmart, Exitos.
Okay. Right.
Here, instead of Walmart, there's an Exito in every neighborhood.
So that's like a super center grocery store
Yep.
/ retail store,
They
like
got-
similar
They
to
have
Walmart.
everything we have, just a better quality.
I was
of
gonna
life.
say, I'm assuming they do, probably obviously not the same names, the corporations and all that, but I'm assuming they have a similar system. Then
Yep. Yeah, here
Like, as
you're
we
in
have
such a
here?
metropolitan city.
Right.
It's just like anywhere else in the world.
Well, it's a big city too.
The other place I spoke about, San Juan del Sur, that's
Right.
on the coast, a few hours away, but it's a little village that has everything you want. And if you need supplies, there's always someone going 3 hours to Managua to the Walmart there.
It's a lot smaller, obviously,
Right.
than Medellin.
Yeah.
Smaller city.
Yeah. San Juan del Sur
Right.
is like 10,000 people.
Okay.
Perfect little fishing village on the Pacific that nobody
Quieter,
knows
less-
about, with
yeah,
hundreds of
less
bays.
traffic.
Yeah, less traffic. Could be a part. It's kind of like San Juan del Sur, though. You can fall into Jimmy Buffett lifestyle, which
Right.
I did for a few years, 5, 6.
Jimmy Buffet.
Yeah, just Jimmy Buffett. You know,
Jimmy
the
Buffet.
sandals,
Yeah. Right.
the cargo shorts or bathing suit.
Correct.
Have cervezas in the middle of the day all the time.
Is that more of like a
It's easy-
cottage
and that's
area
the
for
beach.
people that do live there? Like they go there for vacation if they're off.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
where
in
they
San
go.
Juan del Sur has one of the Madeiras, I believe it is top 10
Okay.
surfing beach in the world.
I was gonna say.
So I actually made
that's
money
where-
taking pictures of surfers the first time I went down there.
Most
This is when Facebook, this is like 14 years ago, before everything completely blew up.
right
So I
before
take
social media
pictures of
blew up.
people surfing and learning to surf, and then with my camera and telephoto lens, and then I would at the time charge $20 and it posted to their
Right.
social media right away,
Correct.
because there's no one there doing that, right?
Yeah, they.
I had a little thing
That's
that
way
was
before.
called photos by Tim. So
I was
I
gonna
would
say,
just
you
hand
showed
out
me
cards to tourists.
Yeah, you showed me some of your
Yeah.
work. You got some very good work. You're a natural.
Yeah. I mean,
natural photographer.
I-
honestly.
This is the first time I didn't bring my camera or telephoto lens.
Yeah, but I mean, you got
Because-
the phone, the iPhone. No, you got the
Yeah,
newest,
yeah. So if I
honestly,
need to, I
It's
can.
impressive nowadays with these new phones.
But I
You don't even need.
realized no, you don't.
Honestly,
You
like,
don't.
you really don't.
It depends on what kind of photos you want to take.
Of course,
right?
Of course, yeah, for sure.
I realize when I have my camera, I'm capturing the moment, but I'm living apart from it rather than being in it. And this time I
Most definitely.
consciously want to be in it. I don't want to be the one taking photos.
You want
So
to
like,
become a part
I
of
don't
it.
think I've even told anyone on social media that I'm coming here yet, which I should probably say
Well,
another adventure begins.
it's a good and a bad thing to announce that you're gone. We obviously know that, right? We don't really want to
Yeah.
announce that.
Well,
we're
I
not
don't
there,
own a
just
house
in
that
case.
someone can break into.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So I'm good.
Fair enough.
All my stuff's in storage. Someone's,
Yeah.
my
You
car's
got
in
somebody
someone's
man in
driveway.
the fort. Someone man in the fort of
Yeah.
the house. You got
Well,
security on deck.
I don't
right?
own a home.
Well, wherever
I
you
don't
do,
own a
obviously,
home, so
you have a roommate. You have a roommate. So I mean,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
He's home.
but I give it
they're
all
home,
up.
So right.
I give
right.
it all up, right? So I'm not paying
Right.
rent in Canada. I'm lucky that where I'm
Correct.
staying, they're saying, "Hey, we're gonna, we liked you here, so when you come back in 3 months, we
I was
want you
gonna
to
say-
move back in if you want to."
Yeah.
So I
gonna
was
ask-
lucky.
I was gonna ask, like, to take a trip like you took and like you take every time when you go to Medellin, what is the cost of that, like in Canadian dollars? Flight to get
Okay,
there, like there and back, to stay, like on average, right? If somebody wanted to take a trip, I
I
want
will
to take a
tell
trip
you,
there.
last time I spent probably $600 more than I would have if I lived in Canada. And that's only because
Wow,
I got this
that's
huge
nothing.
tattoo that would cost thousands in Canada. Right?
Yeah, that's with your tattoo, right? I'm saying just like your flight, just
Yeah.
there and back, your stay,
I got
and say food
this
for
flight
the
was
time there.
$600 Canadian round trip.
Dirt
Round
cheap.
trip. And if
Dirt
you
cheap.
book through Avianca, I'm telling people, book through Avianca for $45. They have travel insurance. I already have got a really deep cut. And
Right.
a doctor came here yesterday to my apartment, gave me a shot, told me what to go pick up at the pharmacy, because you can just go to the pharmacy and ask for antibiotics. Like, you don't need a doctor. But a doctor came.
Oh, they don't have to prescribe
checked
it?
it out. No,
It's over the counter?
most things, no.
No
Yeah,
way.
most things you can just go and ask for it. You go tell them
Antibiotics,
like,
they
I'm
just
sick,
hand it to you.
I have gripe, I have the flu, or I'm having trouble breathing, and
No way.
the pharmacist can diagnose you, and it's only when you're really sick or something's broken that you really need to go to the doctor, right? So,
Of course.
yeah, I mean, because I had a
So the
deep cut
pharmacist,
and I wanted to make sure there was no infection and I didn't need a tetanus, a doctor came. I paid
Wow.
$45, and a doctor came to my house.
and they
Last
come
time
to,
a
right,
doctor
and they
came
come
to
to
my
you.
house twice.
So doctors
Yep.
come to you, and then pharmacists are able to
Well, you can
prescribe
have that.
antibiotics over the counter.
And yeah,
You're saying.
yeah, just about anything. When I got this tattoo and it started getting infected, right? Because I did 3 days, 34 hours all at once. It started getting
right.
infected. So I just went to the doctor and said, I think I'm getting an infection. Told him I was allergic to penicillin. So, they went a couple steps down and
Of
gave
course.
me what, yeah, no, it's completely safe. It's,
Wow.
I'll tell you, you can pick up Viagra here. And instead
I
of
was gonna
paying
say,
whatever
yeah,
we
the little
pay
blue
there,
pill.
20 to
Yeah.
30, it's
If
like,
needed.
it's like $5 Canadian for 3, or $6 Canadian for 3, depending on our exchange rate.
$5 for 3 of them. What do they charge you for Viagra nowadays? What is it, like per pill?
I think between
what?
20 and 30 a pill.
I was gonna say, yeah, at least like $15-20
It's expensive.
for one of them.
All our medications are expensive. So
Insane.
yesterday,
So there you get 3 for 5.
yesterday I got 6
Wow.
days of antibiotics 3 times a day. Let me just tell you, 6 days of antibiotics,
Right.
the tape, the patches, a cream, a sterile saline solution, and something else.
Right.
And the total cost was under $20.
Wow.
And I can get that rebated if I want, but I'm not going to bother sending
So
it
you
into
can
the
come to
company.
Canada,
but all that
and then
for under $20. In Canada, that would have been.
No, I'm saying like
hundreds.
because you have traveler insurance. So what they would do is they would give you a rebate after.
Yeah,
you're
I
saying?
just have to send to send the receipts in to the company. Yep.
So it's cheap. First off, way cheaper, and then they give you the money back with traveler insurance.
Yeah, and try and get travel insurance through Canada, you're paying hundreds. I paid $45.
So you got it. What?
I'm not sure if that was American or Canadian, but
was that through the company that you booked with, or
yeah, book through Avianca.
Avianca?
The airline?
Ladies and gentlemen,
And if you're going anywhere in the Spanish world, book through Avianca, and their their flights are cheap. They used to be the most on-time airline only, except every time I take them, my flights are later canceled. Go figure. Most on-time airline. I just have bad luck with airports. If I told you my story about
has that happened?
Has
it happened every time? Though?
To me, every time, but they're the most on time. But usually it's because in Canada, like this time, we didn't leave on time, so then you miss connecting flights. But if you do it through the app, they automatically book me on my connecting flight got missed.
Right.
They automatically booked me on my new flight through the app while I was in the air.
Wow.
And most of their flights that fly to anywhere in the Spanish world have Wi-Fi on them. So you have Wi-Fi the whole time.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's
free of charge.
Avianca. Yeah, and for $45, you get it's their travel assistance.
Right.
And it's basically for medical, but I think there's some lost bag stuff in there and other things.
Yeah, they cover
not
any stuff or any of your belongings if any issues happen.
Yeah, but they cover you for up to 90 days. Yeah.
Which is exactly the amount of time that you're going for. 90 days.
Yeah. So up to 90 days if you're coming here. I think those who leave only get 15 to 30 days. So like if you're a Colombian going to Canada, they only get 15 to 30 days for that 45 or
right. If you're a resident of Colombia coming to Canada, it's half the amount of time. Way less than 90 days versus 90 days.
Yeah.
If you're a Canadian citizen coming to Colombia from Canada. right?
And if you book, use a VPN to show you're not in Canada and show you're in South America. You also have an opportunity to, like, the flights will be a little bit cheaper.
Really?
Yeah.
So you got this down to a science.
I can basically fly anywhere in Colombia for $100 US round trip. But if
No
I book
way.
that same flight through Canada while I'm there, it's a bit more expensive. Yeah.
Right, right.
But I can go anywhere here in Colombia for $100 round trip.
Dirt
Actually,
cheap.
I'm sorry. I did
Dirt
leave
cheap.
one time for a few days with a lady I knew.
A lady friend.
And we went to a little beach area called Covanes. And it was $100 for each of us. America. It was a beautiful little place.
And you flew there.
It's not on the Caribbean part. Yeah, you either do that or spend 8 to 12 hours on a bus. So
right.
we flew there.
I don't know who would. I mean, it's probably nice scenery to take the bus. Probably once. I don't know if I do it again, but definitely I like to just kind of
it's an experience.
Get it done and over with. Yeah, the scenic route.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say sometimes I don't mind it, but I'm sure after going there as many times as you have, eventually you want to just kind of get there.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So $100 is, and that's for the both of you or each?
Each, about $100 US
fair.
each. Yeah.
Fair.
Sure. Which is great, right? So like I can probably fly to Argentina now for like under $200 if I wanted to go, right?
Anywhere that you want to fly from where you're at is $100.
Super cheap.
American.
Well,
they're cheap.
Anywhere in Colombia, and it's still really cheap if you're going out of the country.
I was gonna say, yeah, if you're flying within Colombia,
America,
is it still $100?
It's so cheaper.
Cheap.
Yeah. It's it's $100 anywhere in Colombia. It's a little bit more outside to fly outside, but not a whole hell of a lot more, man.
Of course.
It's like America where flights are cheap to see where you live.
Anywhere within America.
Canada, where I want to go to BC, I spend $2,000 on tickets before I even get there. Like
anywhere within Canada.
People ask me why I don't travel Canada. I can't afford Canada. I can't.
There's nothing that entices you to do so.
No, I can go to Detroit and afford to go to anywhere in America for under $100.
Most definitely.
But I can't even drive to Toronto for $100 anymore.
Right. Well, what is it? What is it to fly from Windsor to Toronto? Like how much?
I don't know. Airfare? No idea. I took Robert Q and it was like
$300. I think
I took the Robert Q Airbus and it was $160 to get a shuttle bus drive to Toronto to the airport.
Right. Now,
it's crazy.
I believe it. Yeah. No, I agree. I was gonna ask you, when you flew to Colombia, did you fly from Windsor to Toronto then out, or did you drive?
No, I took the Robert Q.
Okay,
which was like $170.
Right.
From Windsor 1/3 the cost of my round trip tickets. Yeah. To go back, it's going to cost me another $170 unless I have a friend in Toronto who wants to drive me.
Right. That's aside from the 600 going to Colombia and back.
So on top of that,
from Toronto,
almost $400 if you tip the driver, right? The $20.
Right.
So you're thinking that's $190. That's almost $400 to go back and forth to Windsor. And it only cost me $600 to go back and forth to Colombia.
That's insane.
Like,
that's insane.
Go figure.
I know. From Toronto to Colombia is $600 round trip, but to go from Windsor to Toronto, you're talking just under $400.
I don't fly with all the bells and whistles, right? Like I don't necessarily get the plus seats or anything
you don't really
else.
Need to, man.
But
you don't really need to.
It's, and that
some
includes
people prefer
one check bag, one carry-on. Yeah, so
I'm just trying to get there. To be honest, right? Like
$150 to $200 more each way if you want to like super luxury.
Right.
Which
I know
I would rather spend that on
experiences
for sure. Here.
Most definitely. We were discussing.
It's going to cost me. Sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, I'm going to pay $120 to jump off a mountain and paraglide. Right. Like I'd rather spend it on that.
Put the money towards those experiences and excursions rather than this airfare. Like
So
people might,
this time,
like you said,
when I come back, I'll actually be saving money.
Most definitely.
Because I might get another huge tattoo, which will change.
I was going to say, do you have any plans for some more ink or what's going on? Is your artist, you said your initial artist, he took off.
Well, he's here right now, but he now travels the world and has like a paid page and everything on Instagram. Yeah, he made it. He's big famous. Time now. So I got that for like just under $1,000. I'm not going to get that. He doesn't do that kind of work for that cheap anymore. But his best friend,
he's that good.
Pedro Castillo, who's a great realist artist. Pedro Castillo, if anyone wants to look him up on Instagram. Pedro
Castillo.
And so I might get a dragon who's kind of crawling up a little, like a baby dragon or a little dragon that's crawling up my back with like one claw here one claw on the back of my neck,
I
and you
feel
just
you.
see his head. So
I see
if
it.
I'm wearing a collar, you can't necessarily see it, but it'll
But
be
if
a
not,
dragon
you'll see
crawling
the
up my
head.
back.
Right. If you're wearing
Yeah,
like a wife beater
and
or a
like
tee, crew neck, you'll see
or
it.
this tee, you'll see the head at least
Yeah.
of the dragon, like
I like that
fierce dragon,
for
and it's
sure.
kind of like my protector looking over my shoulder.
Of course,
what
it's
that's
like
gonna
you have
represent.
the animal on you if it was there in real life, crawling up your
Yeah.
back. Right.
Yeah, the guy has the best
That's what you're going for.
realist tattoos I've ever seen.
His work
Ever.
is
Like, he's
phenomenal.
amazing.
I'm gonna put his
Yeah.
IG and all that
Yeah,
too. I'm gonna add it
everyone we've
after.
mentioned, I'll send.
I'll
Perfect.
post it up
Thank
on the
you.
screen for sure. Shout outs to all,
Yeah, I will
all
add
these guys for sure.
everyone we talked about because
Talent,
they are
mad talent, honestly.
and they're amazing people who work hard and just
And
want a
that's the
better
thing.
life.
Right. They come from these. I'm not gonna say like less of than Canada.
It
I'm
can
not
be.
gonna.
They don't have
In ways it
well,
can,
they
but
don't.
we're fair enough. I
They're
don't want
not
to
born
like
with the
degrade.
privileges we are. They're
Of
just
course.
not, right?
The last
not born- like,
opportunity,
it's
we'll
one-
say, least amount of
It's one-
opportunity in these countries versus
Yeah.
Canada, and they still
It's
Right,
1/6
hustle
the
hard.
cost to me, but to them, things are like the same as I was paying for it in Canada.
right.
That's to them, but
Right.
to me, it's 1/6. To them, it's not 1/6. It's not like
Well,
they're living cheaply because they're
no,
getting
no.
1/6 the wages or 1/8 the wages.
Oh, they don't look at it like that because they're born there. So really, we're looking at it because we're comparing and contrasting, but they don't. Right? They're born there.
No,
They're from
it's
there,
just like-
so they're not really looking at it like we're looking at it. Right? So I don't
the
think
cost is the cost.
Yeah, I don't think they sit there and think, "Oh my God, it would be this much more if it was Canadian dollars or American dollars." They don't think of it like that at all.
No.
Right? And
No,
I'm
it doesn't
assuming
work like that.
Well, I'm assuming a lot of tourists when they come there, they pay in like if they're American, they're paying in American dollars, and if they're Canadian, same thing, right? Or just in general American.
Yes. Well,
I'm assuming they give them American money.
you can't pay
which
with
is-
Canadian people. You
They
can't
don't
pay with
accept it.
American in a
They
lot
don't
of
accept
places.
Canadian. I know that.
No, but if
Right.
you're in like a tourist area like El Poblado or El Centro, which
Right.
is two neighborhoods that basically Americans and Europeans and Canadians have taken over, then yes, of course they take American. Or
Of
if you're
course.
getting a car from the airport to wherever you're going. I
Right.
tend to, when I travel, stay in local areas. So like I'm in a
That's
neighborhood
what you prefer. You prefer
called Laureles,
right.
where there are some tourists, but there's not a lot of tourists. Like
Right. You want
I-
to feel like you're there, like you're from
I
there,
immerse
like you're
myself. Yeah.
right.
It's like
Right.
immersion.
You don't want that
school,
touristy
only
feel.
no, and I want to
agree.
feel
Or
uncomfortable
Or
because
commercialized,
when I
right?
feel, and when I feel
I hear you.
uncomfortable,
I agree.
I grow, I learn, I force myself to be better.
Most definitely. We discussed that before. You take yourself away from or out of your comfort zone, and then that's what helps you learn and grow, right? And elevate for sure, especially with the language, right?
Yeah,
Speaking
it
the language,
forces me
right?
to learn. It forces
Most
me to
definitely.
learn
Do you notice you're speaking more
quicker
Spanish
than I'd have to.
most definitely? Do you notice that you're
I'm having trouble.
speaking more though Spanish than you would be English in these areas that you are staying in and
I
residing in
barely
for the
speak
time being?
English.
I was going to say
This is probably only the second time I spoke English
on
to
this
somebody
podcast
today.
today, right? You're speaking,
Yeah.
probably maybe I would say 80-90% of the time you're speaking Spanish, being there,
This
right?
1 hour of speaking English, other than if I'm talking to my mom or whatever else,
Right,
is the most English I will speak in a week.
definitely. I
Like,
believe it.
Because in Laureles, most people don't know English.
Well, like you
And
said,
I
there's
don't
not
want to
many.
point myself out
Yeah,
as a tourist,
for
right?
sure,
So
for sure. Well, you're respecting
Yeah,
their
I do
culture
my-
and you're respecting them by speaking their language as well, right?
Yeah.
And there's not many
Yeah.
tourists there either. There's not many tourists,
and
like
they
you
can-
said, in that
not
area.
as many. There's
Right.
enough, right? Because there's other people who immerse themselves or come here to live. So like
Of
at the
course.
coffee shop yesterday, I met a Scottish guy 2 days ago, a Scottish guy named Joe.
Scottish fella.
Who's great. Yeah.
Did he
and-
speak Spanish
heavy
or
accent.
does he speak?
No, he can speak
No,
Spanish.
speaks- Oh, he can?
Not great at it,
But
but,
he
enough
tries
to
at
be
least.
conversational, get what you want, understand
Right.
directions, right?
Right.
Like, I mean, that's where we all start.
So a Scottish man speaking
Spanish.
That's different.
Yeah.
And that's
Um,
it's diverse,
and he
most
introduced
definitely.
me to his friend from New York who
Right?
came on, like it's so yesterday I
That's
spoke a
pretty
bit of
cool.
English because I met some English speakers at the coffee shop. And at the coffee shop that I go to, like I really know this
Local
woman
coffee
well,
shop.
Viviana. Kept in touch with her the 2 years I was gone, like wonderful lady. And so because she's a little coffee shop, she
Right.
gets to get to know the tourists in the neighborhood. So anytime we're close, Like she'll be like, come meet this man, or so, then you're networking with other people who can speak English.
sure.
Because there's some days like you're like, man, I just want to speak English. Like my head is sore. I can't keep
Right.
translating. Right. Like it can
Right.
become difficult.
One day I'm going to call you
These
and you're going to
days,
speak
that could
Spanish
be
and you're going to forget
frustrating.
English. Hey, one
Wait till
day
I
or
come,
the
wait till I
next
come
time.
back.
The next time you're on set here, you're going to speak Spanish, forget
Yeah.
English. Hey,
Well, there's times I'll just slip into it, right? Just like sometimes I'll say something in English or French here. There's
For sure.
phrases I'll get used to.
For sure.
Like when I pause, I'll probably say entonces. When I agree with you, I'll start saying claro.
Sure, you got that right.
When something surprises me, I'll say Dios mío, right? Like it just,
My God.
yeah, it just
It's meal.
just come. Yeah.
Right?
Like it just,
That means
you
oh
get
my God.
you get so used to it.
That means
Yeah.
oh my God.
God.
Right?
Yeah.
Meal.
Yeah. I say ciao. You say ciao all the time.
Do they say ciao like we say it, like Italians say it, or does it, if they do,
Yeah.
does it mean something different?
Everyone says ciao everywhere.
So
There's
it means the
Italian
same.
influence all over the world, but it's more Latin, yeah. But yeah, ciao. They say ciao. I was always like, why don't you say adios? Or
I was
they're
going to
like,
say
well, we do,
adios,
but
and ciao. Ciao means goodbye.
yeah, they all
Adios
mean
means
goodbye.
but they say ciao more, you're saying, than the word adios.
Yeah.
Is that what
Yeah.
you're saying? Really? I didn't know.
Yeah, when you say
that's something I learned
when
today.
when you say have a good day or something, people don't
Right.
necessarily say it back. They'll say
Buenos
igual.
dias. Buenos dias.
Yeah.
That means have a good day.
Igual.
No?
No, when I said igual, that means to you too.
To you too. Right. But buenos dias
Basically.
means, is it good morning? Buenos dias means
It could mean
Good
good
day.
morning. It could be a way
Good
to say
day, good
hello. Like
morning.
when you pass by someone on the street, you say buenos dias. In the
buenos
afternoon,
dias. Right.
buenas tardes.
Buenas tardes
As soon as
would
it
be
turns
afternoon
night, you say,
or nighttime.
yeah, good afternoon. And at night, it's buenas noches.
So buenos dias is morning and or afternoon, early afternoon. And buenas tardes is late afternoon or
Afternoon
nighttime.
or afternoon.
Right.
Like as soon as 12 people will say buenas tardes,
Right.
I usually I don't start saying it until 4 because I'm so used to saying buenos dias. Yeah, and then at night, as soon as it gets dark just after 6 here.
Right.
Right, it gets light just after 6. It gets dark after 6. We're just a few degrees off the equator, so it stays the same.
So
When
the
you
sun
guys
goes down
jump ahead,
at 6 p.m. over
yeah,
there.
quarter after
Or-
6. Yeah,
Or does sunset start at 6 p.m.? Like when does it get actually dark? Is it 6 o'clock it gets dark, or does the sun start descending at 6 o'clock?
it's around 6. I'm going to tell you
Okay.
exactly. I'm actually looking at my weather app right now.
I'm gonna guess it starts descending at about 6 p.m. Like it's not completely black at 6 p.m.
No.
Right?
It's pretty dark though.
Really
Like you'd be surprised. For some reason, it's not showing Medellin.
interesting. Very interesting. So it's probably completely black at about 6:30, 6:45?
By
I would say
6:45, it's black.
6.
It's
Okay.
dark.
All right. So sunset starts at about 6 and then it's pitch black by 6.
6:08 is sunset. 6:08
Okay.
is sunset.
Right.
6:19 is sunrise. So by 6:30, it's pretty light because don't forget, you're watching it come up over the mountains and then it
I was
goes
gonna say-
behind the mountains. So if you
Right.
were on the water, you get a little
Then
more sun,
you get
right?
more
But
time
you have
before it
a
becomes
1,000
pitch
foot
black.
of mountain. Yeah,
Yeah,
we're in
yeah,
a
for
bowl.
sure.
We're in a bowl here. And
Correct.
there's earthquakes all the time. I experienced
I was gonna say,
a
have you
rather
ever-
large earthquake.
Have you ever?
My
No,
first time.
you never experienced a full
Yeah.
one? Or, oh, you have?
That's a story for the other time. It was like,
The
it was
earthquakes.
seconds, but I literally felt the thing fall, like my
No
balcony,
way.
like move over a foot. Oh, man, I didn't know and it was like at 3 a.m. I woke up and
Everything
was
started
like
shaking?
taking a cigarette. No, not even really. Like I just felt a big jolt. All the car alarms went off. Power went
Wow.
on and off. And
Things falling off the
most people-
countertops and shelves or what?
just a couple things, but it was
Yeah.
it was a shallow thing
That's
that was
crazy.
pretty close. Like you started understanding and it was one of the biggest earthquakes they had in the area
Figures at the time
in a
you were
little
there.
while.
Right.
But
At the time you were-
nobody really noticed it, or like I wanted to talk about it the next day. When I went to bed, like with my passport, because I'm like, is there going to be another? I was so freaked out.
Of course.
It's a
of
good
course.
story for
to-
another
to-
time, but
Definitely. And to them, it's
to them it's normal.
Normal. It's a normal everyday thing.
It's
to
like
them.
snow to us.
They're
It's
conditioned
like snow
to
to
it.
us.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
They
They're
don't even
conditioned.
notice it. It's
Did you
part,
hear
it's
about
part of
what
life.
You heard about what happened in Sicily and Calabria? I believe it was it was
Recently?
a cyclone. A cyclone, yeah.
Oh, I didn't.
A cyclone.
When did that
recently.
happen?
A few days ago. Cyclone Harry.
See, I haven't.
Yeah. Cyclone Harry.
No, the last.
It
I'll have to check it
demolished
out.
the whole
Last week I
coast.
haven't watched
Yeah,
any of the news.
it demolished the whole coast
Wow.
there. Yeah, yeah. To see it. Yeah,
I
for
always
sure.
say the most
In
beautiful
Italy.
places
Insane.
come with
They're natural
the biggest
disasters,
dangers.
natural
Nicaragua has
disasters,
like
unforeseen events that you really can't control at
Yeah.
all. Yeah, you really can't control
Nicaragua
at
has
all.
26
Yeah.
active volcanoes. It adds to its beauty, but it can kill you. Here you can have landslides, you can have earthquakes, right? And
Right.
you're in a bowl. Like it's not an
Correct.
easy escape.
Right, I can only
In
imagine.
Canada, we're so lucky because we have
Well, it's all
all
flat.
the water
It's all flat over here.
and we don't have those major events, right?
Right.
So actually, we
What's
are
the worst
very
we've
blessed.
had? What's the worst
Where
we've had
we're
here in
born?
Windsor? No, like yeah, where
Like
or when
we
was
have
the?
little earthquakes or
I don't even.
storms or tornadoes, but
That's
it's
the
nothing
worst.
like
Is a storm. Even
Yeah,
the tornadoes
yeah,
are
well,
like
but
in the
it's
county.
not like Tornado Alley in Texas,
No,
right?
no,
With
they're
all
not.
that heat.
No. We had a tornado. I
Yeah.
didn't even know about it, and everybody was like posting about it, talking about it, and I'm like, where did this happen? In the county somewhere, but that never comes to the city, right? So we've never
Rarely.
experienced it. Like any major
Yeah.
natural occurrences, we've never here in Windsor ever experienced. So over there, experiencing the earthquake, that was probably something different, something that startled you.
Yeah, yeah.
For sure, I can only
Like I
imagine.
think about 20 or 30 years ago, there was a super big tornado in the Woodstock area that
Right.
took out a lot.
Right.
But yeah, we don't get it. But the more beautiful the place, I've come to realize
Comes with those
there's also
natural
more
occurrences.
those natural disaster
Yeah. Yeah.
dangers. Yeah, if you live
Any-
next to the sea,
Yeah.
you can get flooded, right?
Any
More
place
easily.
that has natural beauty, that's your downside. But again, like even Miami, same thing, right? Like hurricanes and all that, but
Hurricanes. Yeah.
it happens. I mean, to be honest, there's half of me that says I would sacrifice for the beauty, and then the other half of me not really. So I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence, right? It all depends. If
I'm
you're born
someone who
there,
says
you're
enjoy
conditioned.
life.
I think you're right. Just enjoy life. At the end of the day, I'm not going to go there and think about I'm not going to go to Miami and think about a hurricane.
No.
I'm not going to go to Colombia and think about an earthquake.
And if
Like,
it
it's-
happens, it ends up becoming a great
Sure.
story.
correct.
If you survive it, and if you don't,
yeah,
chances are it's going to be quick, right? So
right.
you lived great, and I'm going to die in paradise.
Most definitely.
Amazing.
That's the
Yeah.
worst that can happen. I mean, I'm sure it's again something that they're conditioned to, something that happens. Does it happen often, or is there certain types of or times of the season
No.
or times of the year that it happens
The-
more?
I don't think so. To be honest, I don't know.
No.
I think the last huge one happened in the 20s or 30s that destroyed like a big
Right.
part of Medellin. Because like
I haven't
anything
heard
else,
of anything. I haven't heard of anything like recently.
no,
to be
no. When I
honest.
did a tour of the museum,
Right.
they explained like the history and what happened in certain areas and how they had to rebuild. Like Medellin, they tried
Right.
to settle this so many times, and so many times just everyone died, right? Because it's so disconnected
Correct.
from everything. So such a history and culture here. Like
so much.
it's amazing.
Honestly,
And like from here, I can go to the rainforest. I can go to the rainforest.
that's another beauty. Is
I'm in the
to be able to have
Andes
that
Mountains, right?
rainforest.
If I want to jump over to Brazil, it's just over
right there. $100, like you said.
Yeah,
$100, bang, get on
Well,
the
it probably
plane. You're right
costs
there.
$250 for a round
Okay,
trip to
a little,
Brazil.
a
But
little more for Brazil. Okay,
yeah.
But anywhere
'cause
within
it's a little bit
Colombia,
further.
you were saying.
Yeah,
about
but
$100, right?
like I'm basically living next to the lungs of the earth, right?
Correct.
The Amazon rainforest,
most
that
definitely.
Amazon basin.
That's another
Medellin
beauty.
In Colombia is where the Andes Mountains meets
Yep.
the rainforest,
Right.
right? So it's so amazing, and
Most definitely. I can only
this
imagine.
whole country has like deserts in it too. Like it's got deserts, it's got a Caribbean side, it's got a Pacific side.
That's the
like,
beauty
it's
we're
such
talking
a-
about.
It's
That's the
such a
natural-
wonderful place.
Yeah, that's the natural beauty that we don't, unfortunately, we don't have here, and like where we're from. But
We also
Again.
don't have the dangers.
that's what
And
comes
as
with
bad
it.
as
There's
our-
the pros and cons. There's the pros and cons, right? But these are all things that, like I said,
Everything.
to be able to go to Colombia, like we just discussed the price, right? The $600
Such a
there and
blessing.
back, right? And like just to stay, if you don't mind me asking, to stay the amount of time that you're staying there, how much for the stay, and on average, how much just to like for food and groceries.
So,
If you
okay,
don't mind
so
me asking, Tim.
my rentals, I have actually 3 different rentals this time because I wanted to stay in a couple different neighborhoods. Like I wanted to get
Right.
out of Laureles and discover La America. So tomorrow I'm moving. I'm just here for 4 days. I'm actually with I live with a family for
Okay.
the last 4 days.
Do you change every now
Great
and then
family.
throughout the time that
They
you're
want
there,
me to
or?
stay.
Of course.
Most
Of
times
course
I
they
stay
do.
at one place, but with Airbnb,
Now the luxury of that,
yeah,
for sure.
the 70-year-old father told me I'm his friend forever. He wants me to come like every day. I love the man,
They
Fernando.
mean well. They
Yeah,
mean
well,
well.
and once he,
They have big
heard how
hearts,
I
man.
live and what I do, like they appreciate it,
For
right? Like I'm
sure.
not
For
a
sure.
taker.
For sure.
I'm
Yeah,
not a user. I'm
you're
not
not
here
somebody.
to sleep with their women and to
Right.
do drugs.
You
And
come in peace. You come with a kind, genuine approach, and that's what I think they respect the
I
most, and
always
why they want you to
believe
stay.
you leave a place better in some
For
way
sure.
than when
For
you
sure.
came.
Most
So
definitely.
whether it's a counter that, I'm not going to leave messy for somebody,
Right.
or if I can impart something on
Of
somebody,
course.
I
And
try
the impact. The
leave.
impact too that you made and are making.
Yeah.
Right. With these communities and this
So
volunteer work that you're doing.
yeah, so the next place
Right.
I'm going at for 5 weeks is going to cost me, I think it was $680 a month, and that's of course
Okay.
as a washer. It's a full apartment.
Full amenities.
This one, it's not
full amenities.
it's not a great apartment, but it's got great Wi-Fi, as you can see.
Well, yeah, I was going to say the Wi-Fi is great right now. Our connection is proper. I was a little bit worried about that. Yeah, I was worried about that, to be honest. Before we got,
you didn't have to worry.
Yeah.
A lot of these places have better internet than we do. Nicaragua, San Juan del Sur had better internet than I had back in Windsor through Cogeco.
Well, now with the satellites and all that, right? Don't we have all these satellites that were put up, right? I don't know. Was it Musk that had something to do with that, or somebody?
Those are all Musk, yeah.
Right, all the satellites in outer space and all that and that's
most of them, yeah. Him and Peter Thiel control outer space.
Shout out to them for making the internet amazing.
But that's a whole different thing.
Right.
Well, other than they're gonna be able to control us pretty soon.
Well,
anyway, that's a whole different story.
We'll leave the conspiracies for another
I'm
day.
not talking about conspiracy. I'm just saying
whatever we want.
If someone controls all the satellites, right?
For sure.
Then they have power over you.
There's a blessing and a curse with that. There's a blessing and a curse.
Two people. It's like you have two kings of the outer space.
They can turn it on at any point, shut it down at any point. He
did it in Ukraine.
Yeah, for sure.
He did it in Ukraine. So
yes.
The next place I stay at after that is the exact same place I stayed at the first time. It cost me $720 a month. It's absolutely beautiful. A corner apartment with 2 balconies. Once again, has all the amenities, internet, their cable.
Of course.
Washer. Most places don't have a dryer, but it's warm here, so your clothes dry fast in the beautiful mountain air anyway.
I was going to say, put it outside. Put it outside and let it air dry.
On your balcony, yeah.
Yeah, why not?
So anyway, and that's everything. Find in Canada where you can get everything. An apartment for that much. And that's probably
here in Canada.
That's probably $200-300 more than you pay if because Airbnb gets a cut. And so if I negotiate with Carlos, that's that gentleman's name, privately, it's just with Airbnb I have protections, right? So just
of course, well, you have
just
insurance.
Easier if I came here to stay for 6 months
with Airbnb.
If I stayed here for 6 months, I would rent directly from them. It would probably cost $550, $6 max.
That's not bad.
So you start doing the math. All your groceries are 1/6 the cost. Some of the things that you really pay for, avocados. I bought 3 beautiful, and they have, you don't know this, there's 20 in the 20s varieties of avocados, and they have them all here.
I was going to say, there's every single type, every kind. It's
not just the Mexican avocados we get.
Right.
And they all have different flavors. Some have a smoky, some are, anyway.
Right.
I got 3 avocados, the kind
cheap.
we get here.
Yeah.
3, and it cost me $1.80.
Wow. For 3 of them.
And that was from a supermarket. If I bought it from a local market, it'd be even cheaper. Yeah, 3 and bigger than we usually get. So bigger than the ones you see for 3 for
massive.
5.
Yeah, massive. Now, so say a couple hundred a month in groceries.
Not even.
Give or
but
take.
If I wanted to go
on the high end,
it's almost as cheap. Yeah.
So say 600, say 6 to 650. That most definitely 6 to 650. Say for your stay, and then say a couple hundred for your groceries. Right. So say per month, on the high end, probably
else is do what you want.
Right. Say about $850.
A
groceries,
grand max.
Stay.
Grand
right on the high end. On the high end of what, 1,000.
Yeah.
Right. But on the low end, about probably 7. Say 750.
Now,
give or take.
In the neighborhoods, they have menu del dias, right? Which is menu of the day.
Delias?
So you usually get a soup. I always get sopa de frijoles, but they usually have a couple different soups. They give you a juice, like a freshly squeezed juice.
Yeah, those are my favorites.
Concentrated like ours.
They're like smooth. They almost taste like smoothies. but fresh fruit, concentrated fresh fruit.
Yes, and oh my God, it's so good.
Amazing.
And the fruit here is just sweeter. It's so sweet. Like
Yeah,
even I will
for
put a
sure.
little salt on my fruit.
Most
So
definitely.
you get the soup, you get the drink, you get a plate that will have salad, usually like
It's
a
got
plantain
veggie,
or avocado,
right? So like veg
uh,
or fruit, and then protein and
and then you get rice,
carb.
and then you'll have a choice of like chicharron, pachulia, which is like chicken breast or just regular chicken, rice, and so they'll give you like 5 different things to choose from, or fish,
Right. Or
and
the
all
the
of
fish is
that.
probably amazing too because it's fresh
The
and it's
well,
from the
but
fresh from the
I
ocean.
rarely get the. Well, don't
The
forget we're in the
fish.
mountains, so it's got to
Well,
come here. So I don't know. Usually order the fish. I have had fish here though, and it is good.
I was gonna say it's probably amazing.
And that cost me 10,000 COP. Now,
Which would
I
be
think the Canadian dollar right now is close to 3,000. Maybe it's 27
okay
thousand or for one. So it cost me just over $3 for that meal,
for that whole thing.
for all of
No
that.
way.
Yeah. So to eat out
Wow.
can be really cheap unless you're
Very
gonna,
cheap.
you know,
Very
go
cheap.
have stuff that isn't Colombian, right? You want to go have a
Yeah,
hamburger.
but
it's gonna be a
you
little
want the
more.
local, yeah, but we're talking local. Like, okay, it's great to go to another country and eat McDonald's, but like, like, am I there to eat McDonald's? Really, like, I'm there to eat local food. I'm there to
If
live
you
like
eat
they live and
McDonald's
eat how
here,
they eat, right? So, and that's what
100%.
that's your mindset too. I notice you want to feel like you're from there when you're there, and you want to speak
I
their
want to be a
language, eat their
paisa.
food. Yeah,
I want to be a paisa. It's that
correct,
simple.
correct. Yes.
I want to
So
be one of them by the time I leave,
most definitely, and
as much
it's
as
a
I
lot
can be.
cheaper. It's a lot cheaper. I notice
Yep,
to eat their food, their local cuisine,
so much cheaper. And
and their
everywhere I've been
groceries as well. Cheap.
in the Spanish world, like in Canada, it's cheaper to buy frozen processed food than fresh food.
I
Right?
noticed.
Even though we
noticed.
grow those tomatoes in our backyard, right?
Right.
It's cheaper to get the
I noticed
tomatoes
that.
from Mexico.
A lot of
Go
their food's
figure.
fresh over there in Colombia.
It's more expensive to buy frozen food and processed food.
Correct. Correct.
That's what costs you when you start buying the
Right.
Tostitos, when you start,
Yes.
buying that stuff. When you just buy fresh and local or just fresh food, even at the supermarket,
Which is better,
it's
better
so
quality,
much.
better for you,
You live healthier.
and
And then
cheaper, more affordable.
people then ask me, like my roommates, or how come there's never frozen food? Like, why don't you eat frozen food? I'm like, I got so used to eating fresh food, and I feel so
Why
much
would
better.
you? Yeah, why? I don't get it. I don't even here in my own city. I don't eat frozen
I
pre-made
don't.
meals. Like,
You will never find or rarely
yeah, I
find
don't.
frozen food in my freezer in
Right.
Canada.
I think
But
that's
that's
more.
because
It's more of a
the
North American.
influence,
It's a North American thing, honestly.
North American and European.
Right. Right. That pre-made
So
stuff for sure.
that
For sure.
taught me, and I brought that back. And like how I eat the last 5 to 10 years is so much better than I ate most of my life,
Right. Right.
because
They
they
do it
taught
different.
me
They do it differently.
how to eat properly, and
Correct.
you feel better and you have
You feel
more
a
energy.
bit better. You don't
I
feel
mean,
bloated. You don't feel
I'm-
tired after. Right. Like
I'm a
it's high
52-year-old with
quality.
abs.
Right.
Like,
Thank you.
that doesn't happen
Right.
unless you eat well.
Right. 100%. And that's the same thing when I went to Italy, when I went to Europe, when I visited Rome, right, and my family there.
That Mediterranean diet.
They
yes.
cook. Yeah, they cook very healthy. And people that are from North America, they go there, and it's like the food wasn't. I'm not saying that they say it wasn't good, but they're just used to like going and grabbing this fast food, or going to grab a burger, or going to grab tacos. Like, it's just different. Like, it's not what they do there, right?
Yeah.
A lot of them
Yeah.
cook, a lot of them eat clean, and they're not overweight. I noticed none
Well,
of them are
you do.
overweight.
I mean, there's a lot of fried food here, right?
Right, but even then,
There
still,
is.
the way they eat, and it's still,
Yeah, it's healthy.
they're not overweight like the North American population and the majority of North Americans, and you see that. And same with
I
where
have
you're
an
at right now.
empanada I eat
Empanadas are
empanada
good.
every day here.
Yeah, those are
Here, the best empanadas in
Amazing.
the world. I mean,
I
they
believe
do
it.
lots good. You'll
I
never
believe
have
it.
steak, like steak in South America. Like, I don't know if it's mountain grass fed, what it is.
Right,
The meat tastes different.
unreal.
Yeah,
I can
I'll
only imagine.
update you as I go, and I'll start taking
For
pictures
sure,
and videos of
for
my
sure,
food. But
for sure.
and this is from a chain restaurant called Mi Buenelo.
So like a
Um,
corporate
My-
franchise and
Yeah, but
Medellin?
they make great things from there,
Okay.
from South America.
right on.
And so my empanada costs like 3,000 pesos. So that's just like $1.10, $1.25.
cheap,
For an empanada, you're going to pay 20 for 3,
cheap.
right?
Oh yeah,
A
here like
palito,
yeah.
a palito de queso that's this big, which is basically a breaded stick of cheese.
Yeah.
So good. So a fried
Yeah.
breaded stick of cheese, and it costs like under $1,
dirt
like
cheap.
what we would pay.
Well, here like
Like-
you go to like we don't have any Colombian here. I don't think we have a Colombian
No.
restaurant here, but like say
have
you go.
Spanish.
Well, we have Venezuelan on Erie Street here, right? Then we have Mi Casita on Wyandotte, by the downtown area there.
Amazing.
3 tacos.
Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah, Mexican. But like 3 tacos, rice is what, $19.99, $20 for 3 tacos. Like, so where you're at, way cheaper and probably even
Healthier.
tastier and even better and healthier. Yeah, and healthier for sure.
Yeah. I took an
Can't
and
go
when
wrong.
I'm here, I make sure like I took an empanada cooking class, right? So like when I came back to
And
Canada,
you know how to cook
I've
it now
actually
too.
never
Yeah,
cooked you
for sure.
empanadas.
For sure.
I know how they do it. I know some of the
Right.
little secret things that some people do, right?
Definitely,
but I mean, our
definitely.
meat isn't the same.
No,
They
not
don't
at all.
use flour. They use
Not at
like
all.
maize, the corn flour,
It's like cornstarch.
which
Is it like a
really,
cornstarch?
yeah, it changes, really changes
The taste.
the flavor of,
And it's
of
healthier.
the fried part. Yeah.
It's healthier
Oh
too.
man, I'm telling
For
you.
sure.
I
When you
love
come back,
this
we have
place
to have
so
a
much.
cook off. For sure, when you come back,
Yeah,
definitely.
I'll cook empanadas. There's a couple
Most
other
definitely.
classes I want to take cooking
For
wise
sure. For sure.
because I like to come back knowing something
Of course.
more than when I left. Yeah, so I'll be able to
Most
learn
definitely.
the bachata, which is a really sexy dance. Like you don't
So-
want to dance that with
The
someone else's woman.
muchata.
It's called
muchata?
bachata.
Pachata with a P.
Bachata with a B.
Pachata. Or with a
BACCHA. Bachata.
Okay. Bachata.
I think it's spelled like that. Yeah.
Right.
Which is
Okay.
look it up on YouTube. It's a really
Is
sexy
it all
dance.
similar?
And, like really
Is it all
intimate.
similar? Like this the Spanish like the salsa merengue, which at the cumbia. Do they have all those similar dance styles there, or is it different in Colombia?
It's different,
your
but they have those
traditional.
as well. But they have those
Okay,
as well
so
in
they-
tango. Like
they have-
tango
and the
isn't necessarily
tango.
Colombian, but
Yeah, the
yeah,
tango
you
as
can
well.
learn that.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
it's a dance studio, right?
right. And then they have their own Colombian
And
as
and
well,
and,
styles.
and every Monday night they have free lessons.
Can't go wrong.
So you can
can't
go
wrong.
pay.
Yeah,
And
you
then
can't
they
go
have
wrong.
a huge part about 20 minutes away by cab or your Uber. And it's like free 1 day a week, just salsa in the park. So you just
salsa.
go and you dance.
Right.
Yeah,
So you go
salsa or
there,
any-
you learn a couple things, you dance a little bit, you leave with a chiquita.
And then it's part of the culture.
Is that
some
the
people
motive,
do.
or is that you
No,
leave
I
with
just
a?
like to learn.
Okay, so no,
Last
Come
thing I
on,
want is a
come on.
child and another.
I figured that was
I
just part
saw
of
that karma.
the daily routine, right? I thought
I'd love to get to know them, but I mean, last time I met a wonderful lady, a Venezuelan who
it's bound to
actually
happen.
travels.
It's bound to happen, Tim. I mean,
Wanna?
come on. You're a stud,
But
52-year-old stud. Come on, you're North
But that-
American. You're dancing.
but that
Gotta
was
land a
the
couple of
first
chiquitas.
time you might get offers sometimes, right? But that's the
I was
first
gonna say,
time I actually
Come on,
dated anybody,
right.
in any of these long vacations, right? Like, yeah, you might go on a couple dates or whatever, right?
You keep
But,
your options open, though. You're not really.
well, I know I can't come live here, right? So the last thing I want to
Of
do
course.
is start a family or get
Of course.
so involved. Like
Did you ever think of
when I
possibly
left,
taking one back home, or is that you're kind of just leaving
you know how
that
expensive that
separate,
is?
or what's the intention? Like, if you did meet, say you did meet a fine chiquita, would the
I would
intention
probably-
be to
I
bring
would
her
rather,
back home?
I would
or-
rather move. No, I'd move here.
You would go
raise a
there.
family here.
Yeah, you go there.
More likely, yeah.
Fair enough. No, I
Well,
respect
hey,
that for sure.
What Brigham Canada is going to cost you 20,000-30,000 and
it's-
take 2-3
It's
years.
not cheap. Yeah, it's not cheap. For
Yeah,
sure.
and
For
I
sure.
have enough money for me. As soon as you add
For
another
sure.
person and put a $30,000 cost,
Most definitely.
then life is a bit different.
And
right?
is it easier for you to go there? Like, say you wanted to go there as, would it be a permanent resident, or would it be, how does that work? Like, if you
to
wanted to
get
go
their
there,
pension visa? With our exchange rates right now, to get a pension visa,
right?
if you get a pension of any sort of $1,100 Canadian,
Right.
at $900 Canadian, you're living a middle class life. $900 a month, you live a middle class life.
Can't go wrong.
1,100 Canadian,
Cannot go wrong with that.
you're living upper middle class life, and you can apply for their pension visa, which would give
Right.
you residency here and partial citizenship.
Is it easy to get, Tim? Like, if you did
Yeah.
say that
Yeah.
did happen one day,
Yeah,
would
it'll
that be
cost
easy
you
to get?
$400 for $400 to $1,000 for the lawyer. to, go through the
Right.
paperwork and the process. But yeah, as long as you collect a little pension, that
Right.
much of a pension. So retirees can
Right.
come here easily. Digital nomads, I think it's 12 or 1300. So like if you have an internet business and you make 12 to $1,300,
Right.
you can come here and get your residency, get occupancy, citizenship.
So pretty simple, like pretty easy to get it if you wanted to, if you had the intention.
Yeah.
Pretty simple and,
Well,
and pretty
and
pretty
then and then if
affordable.
you're dating someone or going to marry someone, then it
Yeah, I was
becomes
gonna say
easier,
it's
right?
probably a little bit easier if you had a significant other that was a
Yeah.
citizen of
And believe it or not,
Colombia.
the Canadian rules are so hard. You can't just pick up a Chiquita
I
and bring her back.
noticed. Yeah, I noticed.
They
For
have
sure.
to have a certain level of education. They have
Yep,
to be able to
yep.
contribute. Like if you look at all the things, and then by the time you pay for the
Very true.
lawyers,
Very true.
I would
For
never.
sure.
I can't see me ever.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
no, I get it. Nothing against
if I
Canada or
fell
North
in love,
America, but I get
no,
I get
it's
your
just
perspective for sure.
how much it costs. Yeah.
For sure.
And I
Definitely.
believe, although we have the advantages, right? Like any child that I have will have would have Canadian citizenship, even if born here, right?
Yeah,
They can
by
get
default. By default.
it
Definitely.
easily. So
Yeah, yeah.
they will have the choice, right? But if there's a place to raise a child, I probably want to raise it here in this culture.
I would agree.
and
Again, not
this-
taking nothing away from Canada or North America, but you go
No,
there,
it's just different.
you find a Chiquita you like, or maybe you fall in love with. I would agree. I would probably definitely
Yeah, but that's not my
stay
thing.
there. I mean, I'm
I
saying
don't-
if I was ready to, like, say once I was done here with my career and all that, and later on in life, if that is destined or is part of what may happen, we don't know. But I would say I would probably have to agree with you on that I would stay there and keep everybody there for sure. Definitely.
Yep.
Nothing against Canada.
And I could
like we're
give them,
saying.
and you can
but-
give them a better life, right?
For sure. For sure. Now, if you wanted to visit too, say you wanted to visit Canada,
Canada, yeah, we can
she's
bring
still
them,
allowed
come
to visit
a-
and come this way.
Yep.
Right. Just as a permanent
Just
resident,
like
it's a lot harder to have her become a permanent resident. That's
Yeah.
what we're saying.
I mean, if everyone here works hard, right? So, like, if
Of course. Yeah, of course.
I would say perfect, I'd bring her, spring and summer to
Right,
Canada for
right.
6 months, and then we'd come here for 6 months in the cold. But I mean, life isn't
Definitely.
that easy. Maybe someone's figured that out.
Most,
I
I'm sure
haven't,
people
and-
have done it or are doing
Yeah.
it. I'm sure.
If
we're
I
not
ever
the only
met
ones
somebody-
thinking about it.
I would be approaching people and asking, "How did you do it?"
Right, right.
Right?
So you're open to it then, right, Tim? Like you're keeping your options
Yeah.
open. If it was to happen,
My first-
you'd be open to it. Correct.
Yeah. My first 10 years of traveling, I wasn't open to it. Like, I would not put myself in those situations.
Right, right.
Now,
You
if
wanted
it
to
happened,
you wanted to explore before. I think you're a little bit more free spirited and you want it, which you still are, but you weren't like you just weren't or didn't want to
I
settle.
wasn't
at
in
that
a settling
time.
down. No.
Yeah, I don't think you
No.
were ready for it.
But now if I met someone in Canada, in here, like, it doesn't matter where,
Right, right.
I'm open to it now.
Most definitely.
But when you travel so much, the people who are also want to be serious don't necessarily take you seriously
I
because
was
you're
gonna
not
say.
stable.
Correct.
So
Correct.
it's a double-edged sword, right?
Of course, of course.
But who knows what life holds?
We don't know. And this journey, we're here with you. So to our subscribers and fans out there, we're on this journey with him. We're gonna in this next 3 months, we're gonna tune in and out, and
Yeah.
we're gonna
And also
follow you,
taking
live
videos and
vicariously through
pictures.
you.
Thank you, my man.
All right, my friend, for sure.
It'll be
take
a
more
joy to
pictures,
share.
videos. Yes, pictures, videos.
Yeah,
Some videos of the Chiquitas salsa dancing, right? I'm sure
sure.
that's not right. I'm sure we would all love to see that, right? And just the
Perfect,
culture there
yeah.
and the life, how you're living life there, and how you're living life for a living. That's another thing that we live by here on the World Is Ours
Well,
podcast channel.
The moment I'm not coaching, right? Because I don't want to
No.
take away from my time. But if
Well,
I did, I can do it.
said, yeah, but
I
once
can do it just
once
as easily here.
of course, and once no, for sure, and that's what the power of the internet and the devices that we have it gives us that ability. But you're still once a week, you're still volunteering over there in the community, and you're doing what you have to do to help out and give back. So
Yeah.
you're still doing it, man. Honestly, so
Yeah,
amen
keep full
to that,
days.
amen to that, man, and keep doing what
Oh,
you do,
thank you.
Tim. Honestly, you're something that people idolize, and even myself, like inspiration and an
Thank you.
idol. Honestly, my friend, keep doing you and keep feeling what you're feeling and living the way you're living, right? Again, we said age is only a number. Like, you know, you live how you want to live and you do what you want to do. And that's what Tim does.
Thank
That's
you.
what I do myself as well. We're doing it. So keep it up. And I'm going to let you get back to the lifestyle over there and back to the
Thank you. I'm
Colombiano.
actually late for dinner, so
I figured you were probably a little bit late. I was looking at the time. We kind of went a little bit off track,
Yeah.
but I'm not going to keep you any longer, Tim. And
sorry,
make
when
sure
you went to
have
answer
fun.
the door, I
Yeah,
told
it
him I'd
happens.
be a
It
little long.
happens. My other buddy came on in, and we're gonna probably keep shooting content. Get him all freshened
Hey,
up. I'm gonna get him all fresh in the chair, and then we're gonna continue here.
Awesome.
Probably shoot another episode as well. So
such a great setup.
it's a cool setup for sure. Definitely a cool
Yeah.
setup. I figured
Hopefully
why
soon people will
not
come watching.
for
I
sure.
hope
Yeah,
soon
definitely
people will catch
Definitely.
on and come into the shop and watch
for
while you're
sure.
filming.
For sure, they're more
Yeah,
than
'cause
welcome
it's
to.
a cool thing.
More than welcome. It's
It's an
different,
awesome
right?
thing you're doing.
It's
Yeah.
different. It's unique, and that's what we all do. That's how we live our lives, guys. So make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, continue, hit that bell notification just to stay up to date with what we're doing and when we're doing it. And thank you guys once
Peace,
again. We
people.
appreciate, and God bless. Honestly, Tim, thank you. And
Of course.
Buenos tardes, correct?
Buenos
we
tardes,
said?
but we're getting close to Buenos noches, but it's still
Okay,
Buenos
and
tardes.
soon to be, yes, currently Buenos tardes and Buenos noches to follow, guys. So good night. Thank you
in
again.
about 45 minutes.
Most definitely. You enjoy it and continue enjoying it and continue living life for a living.
Gracias. Ciao.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it, guys.